Prashant, what do you think are some of the biggest challenges in the space of Web3 in today's time?
What are the biggest challenges in Web3? In my opinion, when we think about challenges, I think the biggest challenge is real users and real use cases. As I have discussed multiple times, I think it's high time that we get real users and entire world to move to blockchain technologies and start using products that use blockchain, because fundamentally it's very empowering in terms of decentralization, composability, identity, and everything that we talk about. I think once the users and the creators understand these concepts, they will leave Web2 products and come to Web3. So we need to solve for that. Secondly, from a funding perspective, I think it's very important that when we look at fund deployment as a VC, as an investor, there's significantly higher funds being invested in infra projects. And I think that needs to change, with at least 20% of fundraise and funding going to dApps and maybe going to 50% over time, because I think there's too much infra getting built and there's too much there's too less dApps who are actually using the infra and too less users who are actually using the dApps and the infra. And so we are trying to solve the problem actually in a reverse way, where we are trying to build a lot of infra which is not usable, and most of it will basically not be usable when the actual users come, because there'll be one or two or three players who will win, and essentially they'll become the harbinger of kind of taking the bandwagon there. And most of the other infra projects may or may not see success, because ultimate success will only come from real users and real use cases. Thus, I think when we look at investments, and this is something that I think I keep telling a lot of investors, that when they are actually looking at portfolio allocation, the ratio of investment on dApps needs to go up. With the recent example that we have seen, where now TikTok is trying to launch a rewards app to basically reward creators and users, that clearly signals that what we have started building is validated. It's a great idea. Creators love it, users love it, and I think it's for us to win that game, and there will be a substantial amount of capital needed to actually win that game. We cannot let that opportunity pass by.